Next on Startup, we head to Atlanta, Georgia to talk to Alex, a tenacious and environmentally conscious entrepreneur who created EcoFriendly Maid service, a cleaning company that manufactures cleaning products from organic and raw ingredients. Then we head over to St. Louis to meet with Mike, a longtime service industry professional and pinball fanatic who started Orbit, a unique pinball lounge with a twist. All of this and more is next on Startup.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support Startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
American Express is proud to support Startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
My name is Gary Brado, and I'm a documentary filmmaker and an entrepreneur. The economy is in less than perfect shape, and when the jobs go away, there's nothing left to do but get up and get creative. And there are people all over America doing just that. It's estimated that up to 85% of new businesses failed. So I'm going coast to coast to hear the personal stories of the people who beat the odds and started a successful business from the ground up. This is Startup. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're gonna go talk to Alex, who created EcoFriendly Maid service. What started as a way for Alex to help his aunt keep her house clean while she was ill has turned into Atlanta's premier house cleaning service, a soon-to-be franchise, and an eco-friendly retail business. Let's go hear his story. The EPA ranks poor indoor air quality among the top 5 environmental risks to public health, and found levels up to 5 times higher inside the home. The root cause could be chemical cleaning products that contain ingredients known to cause human or environmental health problems. Alex has always been an entrepreneur, but after heavily researching chemicals and organics while cleaning for a sick relative, he realized the market potential and put everything he had into becoming one of Atlanta's premier cleaning companies. Tell us about yourself. Where are you from? Where did you go to school? Did you go to college? Just so we can get a feel for who you are.
Yeah, my name's Alex Sherman. I grew up in the mountains of North Georgia. I went to high school up there and went to a small college in Gainesville just for a short time though.
And you're from, you said, the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains?
Yeah, it's very, very tiny. I mean, the grocery store's 25 minutes away.
Right.
You know, you spend your time playing in the woods. You don't really do what, you know, people in the city do, go out to movies and stuff like that.
Growing up in that environment, does that prompt more of like a maker mentality because you're doing more for yourself?
I grew up building forts and stuff, so I think that definitely a hands-on, do-it-yourself, make your own path mentality definitely comes out of living in the woods.
Let's go back to the inception of this whole concept.
I think that I started getting into the green movement just by researching chemicals and researching what was in my food, what was in the products that we bought. So I started kind of simplifying my life and not necessarily making my own ingredient or my own products at that time, but I definitely was much more aware of what we were bringing into our home.
For what reason?
For health reasons, for health reasons, and then also money reasons. You could make products yourself, it's simple, you know what's in it, and you know it's not going to be unhealthy for you. Another big reason why I went into business in the cleaning section is I kind of combined my newfound mentality about going green with, you know, I was taking care of an elderly aunt, she needed a cleaning person, I took it on, I thought, you know, this is a great idea, we could make our own products. And so that's pretty much how that idea blossomed from there.
What type of products did you start making and how?
At the very beginning, it was very simple products. I mean, we would even just put vinegar in a bottle and go clean. We would use baking soda and just go clean. Over the years, especially over the past 2 years, I brought on Charlene Hammerson. She's my vice president and childhood best friend. And she really started going into, essential oils, the good things that they do, the bad things they do, what properties are good for cleaning the home, and also smell. She definitely wanted to make sure that it smelled good. And then we also did a lot of online research. We call it YouTube University. I don't know if you've ever heard that term.
Not till now, but I know what it is because I use it for everything.
Yeah, and everyone does. I mean, my partner and I recaulked the bathroom by looking on YouTube.
So what's the steps?
The steps for the Eco Scrub. So basically, we do a layering method.
Okay.
This is baking soda. This is iodized salt. And I've got all the essential oils here. We've got from lemon, peppermint, cinnamon, eucalyptus. Along with the properties that these essential oils hold, as far as cleansing, not only is it cleansing and cleaning your home, but it's also aromatherapeutic.
Yeah, there were definitely some hiccups along the way. Definitely some smells we didn't like, mixing essential oils.
Is this a trial and error thing? I mean, or is this another YouTube University?
This is definitely a trial and error because, before, Alex and I, we were messing around with our all-purpose and we were thinking, why didn't we mix vinegar and baking soda together? We were like, that's brilliant, let's do it.
Pipe bomb.
Exactly. So we were like, we should have learned from our 8th grade volcano project.
How about the citrus?
The citrus Eco Scrub?
Yeah.
It's just a white powder. We mix salt and baking soda and a blend of essential oils. And basically you can sprinkle that in tubs and toilets, in the sink if you need to scrub.
Is it abrasive?
It is abrasive.
Like the other product?
It's mildly abrasive.
Chemical manufacturing accounts for 21 million tons, or 55% of all the hazardous waste produced.
First and foremost, the citric acid is antifungal, antibacterial, and when it's mixed with our Eco Scrub, it creates a foam.
We each have a half a grapefruit here.
Yes, I've already sprinkled some Eco Scrub in there.
Okay.
Now, what we're gonna do is kind of take the grapefruit in the palms of your hands and kind of almost like you're turning it inside out.
Okay.
This is gonna release, a lot of juice.
Oh, wow.
And then it's gonna create like a sponge. And you can hear the fizzing.
Yeah, it's bubbling up.
Yeah, it creates this awesome foam. And then you just kind of, it smells so good.
Yeah, it does.
And you just kind of scrub it around. And see how foamy it is?
I never in a million years would have thought of cleaning my tub with grapefruit.
Right?
Every day the attitude is changing. More people are going green than ever before, and for good reason. But I think that the attitude is, it's more expensive. But if you throw the green into it, you actually have to actively tell your consumers, we're not more expensive, because we're not. I mean, our cleaning products are so cheap, so there's no reason for us to be more expensive. So that was a huge obstacle we had to overcome.
The creation of the name, the logo, the LLC, the website. Let's go back to the very beginning.
Well, then we'll go back to YouTube University.
Okay.
I think that a lot of that is very daunting for people. They don't understand, in order to get a business checking account, I need I need a business to be incorporated. To get that done, I need to do this. And so there's a lot of things that were in my way, and I didn't have the money for an attorney to go out and do it. So we used LegalZoom. They were pretty informative. They didn't really go all the way through, so we did need to go online and look up more. But it was very daunting. Finding the name was, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I sat in my room and just wrote down names, and then every name that I came up with, I would go and Google it and see if anybody else out there, had it. I know that there's a lot that have ties on the name green, so I really wanted to stay away from that. And so when I came across EcoFriendly Maid Service, while it's a very long name, it was very to the point. And I thought, if I don't have advertising dollars to tell people who I am, then why not have a name that's just very straightforward? The costs were super minimal. I started the company with $650, $500 to incorporate, and then the graphic designer who was a friend, and she really didn't know how much she was worth at the time, and I think she just wanted to have fun and actually do something commissioned, so she charged me $150.
Did you do a business plan in the beginning?
We to this day do not have a business plan. A business plan was something that I felt like I always needed, but we never went after financing. I think that's one of the biggest reasons you need a business plan, is to entertain investors and obviously keep yourself on track. But I think that it was just all in our head and we knew what we wanted to do.
Entrepreneur.com states, although technology has had an impact on cleaning services, this is not a high-tech business, nor is there any glitz or glam to it. And there will be times that you'll have as much trouble getting respect as Rodney Dangerfield.
This is basically where all of our cleaners can come and management can come, and we can basically manage everything from this very room right here.
So walk me through. I'm a brand new,
Okay.
I'm a new hire, all right?
You just come in, you'll drop your dirties. This is where you'll get all the liquid products that we have. Pens and paper, we encourage all of our cleaners to leave notes for their clients. Vacuum bags, this is like all the linens. They have their own files here. This is our concentrate station. This is really management only. This is where we, help fill up the bottles with concentrate for them to take out in the field.
Right. So you guys really try to concentrate on that area.
Yes. Yeah. I mean that's our biggest area.
Sorry, that
of
was
concern.
horrible.
Oh, I got you. Sorry.
What are some of the challenges and hardships, I guess, that you had to overcome?
I would say getting clients was our hardest thing. Ultimately, it was just me. So I'd go clean a house and then go do marketing. I would just hang out the window and throw brochures on people's, mailboxes, and, for every 100 pieces of marketing, I would hope to get one client. We have a term called the toilet bowl blues, and it happens. I mean, there's been many times where I've been cleaning a client's house, or I've been up at 11 o'clock at night doing payroll or something, earlier in the days whenever it was just me managing this thing. And there's a lot of frustration that goes along with it. There's a lot of, when the company needs money, it comes from you, and usually that means deducting it from your paycheck. So there's a lot of sacrifice that's involved in owning your own company, and I think people realize that. I think that it really comes to light once you actually take that step.
There are a million ways to start a business, but how did Alex do it? Let's find out. He started with around $650 in the bank and a credit score below 500. It took $650 to start his business, and in his first year, he made a profit of around $18,000. The one word that Alex uses to describe what it really takes to make it in business is faith. If you have a good idea, you shouldn't just brush it off or sweep it under the rug. And you really need to scour what your intentions are in order to have a crystal clear vision of the business that you want to create. And it looks like Alex created a green company that's really cleaning up. For more information, log on to our website and click the link for EcoFriendly Maid Service.
I see a major shift in sort of the big box retailers to sort of smaller independent markets. First of all, millennials, feel jaded by the big box, big brand, companies. They don't necessarily trust them anymore. They don't trust the quality or the services that are being provided. So they're really looking to the independent entrepreneur, the independent marketplace. Today, because of like social media or the ease at which we can find information, it's a lot easier to be a startup entrepreneur.
Next time on Startup, we head to Nashville, Tennessee to talk with Will, a youth pastor and mentor who created Salem Town Board Company, a business that makes handcrafted skateboards while giving back to the community. Then we swing by Somerset Center, Michigan to talk to Steve, a tenacious visionary on a mission, and the owner of Meckley's, an apple orchard that makes homemade hard cider. Be sure to join us next time on Startup.
Yeah, let's do another option for you.
Okay.
See, this might be a little bit more your color.
This one fits perfect. Oh, it feels good too.
Like it was made for you.
I feel very free.
What? So I know we're on opposite sides of the fence, but why do you always gotta balk about what you do, huh?
American Express is proud to support startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.